Hello, my name is Sophia, and I'm here to talk to you about Erich Fromm's take on human nature. Now, he gives us two historical arguments for what human nature actually is. One, it's fixed, unchangeable, and it's intrinsic. Kind of Calvinist type thing, except Fromm doesn't say it's necessarily bad. Although most people who want to control us make it bad. But anyway, I digress. And the second one is that human nature is it can be infinitely changed by social situations. It's never constant, because social situations always change, and the dynamics always change, etc. Which implies that there is no set human nature. Okay, those are valid arguments. What Fromm is saying, however, is that, a man is an agent whose intrinsic properties react strenuously against the powerful pressure of unfavorable social and cultural patterns. And later, he kind of clarifies, at least in my mind, and according to what I want to tell you. Human nature is not fixed, and culture, thus, is not to be explained as a result of fixed human instincts, nor is culture a fixed factor to which human nature adapts itself passively and completely. It is true that man can adapt itself to even to unsatisfactory conditions, but in this process of adaptation he develops definite mental and emotional reactions which follow from the specific properties of his own nature. Whoa, 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 you're all thinking. That didn't make any sense at all. Okay, here's why. You're thinking that human nature depends on the person, and it actually means it's who you really are, blah blah blah. I can understand that. Okay, but what Fromm is saying was that, alright, do you know the thing that when someone is being a jerk to us, or they're a friend, but they really are frenemy and they're being a jerk, and like, it's a bad relationship for us and we don't like it, and we just want to tell them to stop and shut up because they're pissed off at them. Okay, now, that's what Fromm is saying is our human nature. Basically, it's what prompts us to preserve our psychological health. Further proven by this. Okay. Man can adapt himself to almost any culture pattern. Here are some examples. Man can adapt himself to slavery, but he reacts to it by lowering his intellectual and moral qualities. He can adapt himself to a culture permeated by mutual distrust and hostility, but reacts to this adaptation by becoming weak and sterile, etc. So, even if he adapts to these negative situations, it has a bad effect on him. So, what he needs to do is, I already read that, but basically, I'm going to paraphrase it for you now, and I have to look back because I forget what I read. He develops mental and emotional disturbances which force him eventually to change these conditions, since he cannot change his nature. His nature is what's making him react that way, because it's bad for his psychological health, so his brain is giving him a heads up, hey, this is bad and this is how it makes you react. See, it's not good. So what it prompts us to do is to change this situation, even if it means to get out of it. Like if you're a slave, then you obviously try to escape. Yeah. And if you're in a culture permeated by mutual distrust and hostility, you find a different culture. You move. So, I mean, I was kind of confused on how you change your situation, but since you can't change people, but I guess a way to change it would be to place yourself in a completely different situation where you wouldn't have the problem, which would technically be changing the situation. If this situation applies to every possible situation that could or has happened during your life. I think that made sense, and I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.